Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to CrossSet. And I'm a little cross with CrossSet right now because I've messed up badly. I have totally dropped the ball here. Like, I'm filling this in the way I think it should be filled in, but it's not right. It's totally not right. And we're going to start looking at these crosses here and see if we can recover from this, because I've made some major mistakes here. See, this one's a 1 here, and you can see here and here are a 1. I need a 1 in one of these and one of these rows. I also need a 5, so there could be a 5 here or a 5. I should probably just leave this alone for a second. This just needs a 1, which I can oblige there. But if I do oblige there, then this one is wrong. So that 2 is wrong. This needs a 6. And no, it needs a 3. So 3 fixes that issue. This needs a 32. Oh my goodness. How could we have done this? I think the bonus puzzle here has intentionally put me down the wrong path. Everything's wrong. It's all wrong. Every single one of them. There's no foundation to work here. There must have been something that we could do. So let's just ignore all the side things and just go through this column as if it was brand new and blank. So we need a 1, and there's more than one 1s. We need a 2, and there's more than 2 2s. And we need a 3, and there's more than 3 3s. And we need a 4, there's more than 4 4s. And we need a 5, and there's more than 2 5s. And we need a 6, and there's more than 2 6s. Oh, more than 1 6 at least. So then the question, I suppose, comes down to, what can we do? We know that this one and this one of these is wrong. So if I switch this to 5 and switch this to 6 and switch this to 4 and then switch this to what? There's only 1 3 on this column, so that has to be it. And then furthermore, there's only 1 2 on this column. So while there is a 4 here and a 4 here that could be switched, and a 5 here and a 5 here that could be switched, this has to be 1. So 4, and then so 5, one would assume 5 and 6, 5 and 6, or 4, and then 4 up there. So there's 3 different numbers there. Now let's look at this column, because we're certain of those unless we've made a huge mistake. Let's try this again. I think probably just from scratch. We'll just have to look at the lines and logic again. We need a 1, there's multiple 1s. We need a 2, there's multiple 2s. We need a 3, there's multiple 3s. We need a 4, there's multiple 4s. And we need a 5, and there's a 5 here and a 5 here, and we need 6, and there's 6 here and 6 here. Alright, let's go down these rows. And I guess there's no guarantee that this is right. This 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 column, and this column 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's no guarantee any of those are right now, but we'll leave them alone and see if we can find a solution here. We need a 5 on this row, and if we assume everything else is right, that has to be 5, and we need 6 on this row. Switch. Okay. We need a 1 on this row, so that's 1, and we need a 5. Okay. We need a 3 on this row, so it could be either one of these is 3, and we need a 6, and this can't be 6, so this is 6, and that's 3. Does this help now? Well, 6 and 5 tells me that's 4. 4 and 3 tells me that's 2. That moves that. That 3 tells me that's wrong. That 4 tells me that's wrong. So the 2 also tells me that's wrong. So that's 1. And this can't be 1, obviously. And let's see. We need a 2. There can't be a 2 here. There can't be a 2 here. So there has to be a 2 there. And we need a 3, which there can be a 3 only here because of that. And we need a 4. And maybe we've recovered. That makes that 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 works. That makes this 5, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that tells me that if I make this 4, I think I've got it. Lucky. I'm so lucky to work through that. And now we're on to bonus puzzle 4. And here we go again. Let's see. 1s, 2s, 3s, 4s. Let's see. And then 5s. And then 6s and then 7s. Okay. Nothing helpful there. Do I want to continue down this columns, or would I like to do this column? Let's just go down these columns and until we find something to anchor off of, some bit of information, like 2s. Here, are there actually any 2s in this row? No. Okay, so that's not going to help right now immediately, but maybe later. 3s, there's a 3 here and here. 4s, there's a 4 in there and there. 5s, there and there. 6s, there, 7s. Okay. So since we have a 2 here, I think it's probably slightly more efficient just running the odds to do this row. So 1s, no good. 3s, no good. 4s, no good. 5s, no good. And then 6s, no good. And then 7s. Okay, no, nothing there. Let's see. Is there only 1? Seriously? I'm always surprised when I find something. It's kind of shocking. It's like, particularly since I usually find it with multiple options behind it. Probably to hide it. I wouldn't be surprised if that's the style of the game creators, to try and hide the more obvious things with extra useless data. 4s. There's a 4 there. Then 5s. 5s and 6, and then 7. Alright, moving on. There's a 1 here, 2 here, 3 here, 4 there, 5 there, 6. 6 is 6, 6, 6, 6. There's a 6 and 7s. Nope, nothing there. 1s. Let's see. Is there any other 2s? Just be real careful not to make a mistake. Nope. No 2s, which then makes this a 7, which 7 and 2 are now out. And if I could get a 6 or a 3, that would be very helpful. And in fact, I believe 1 here, because there's only 1 of that. And then nothing there. Nothing new, at least. And let's see. Where were we? I think we were going up this column, and then we'll go down these columns and test them all. 3 here. Can't do that. 4. Let's see, a 4 here and a 4 there. Can't do that. 5 and 5. Can't do that. And then 6s. There's a 6 here and a 6 there. Can't do that one. 7s. There's a 7 here and a 7 there. And so nothing to work with. 1s. Now on this column, 2s. We have multiple 2s, 3s. We have multiple 3s, 4s. Multiple 4s, 5s. I think we just did this column, but the 1 might have actually changed something. If it was going to change anything, it would have changed the 2s or the 3s though. 7s? Yep, nothing. This would also only eliminate a 2, so that would help there, but we'll look at them all. Let's see, 3s, multiples still, 4s, multiples of those, and then 5s. 5 here, 5 there, and then 6. Okay. So, nothing helpful there. Let's look at this empty column, because that's where we would have gone after we'd made these 3 changes. We need a 1. Is there possibly only 1, 1? No. There's 2. And then, so 2 here, no 2 here because that's not it, but there's a 2 there. 3s, 3 here, 3 here, and then 4 is a 4 here, 4 here, and then 5s, there's a 5 there and there, and 6s, 6 here, and 6 there, and then 7s, 7 here, 7 there, nothing. Nothing at all. Moving on. A 1 and a 1 invalidates my options there. 2s and 2s. No 2 there, but a 2 there. So that no 2s. 3s. There's a 3 here, a 3 here, and a 3 there. 4 and a 4, and then 5 and 5 and 6, possibly. Let's look very carefully. There might be only 1 6. There is only 1 6. Okay, and that, by the way, tells me that that's a 1, but let's also look at the 1s again. 1, 1 still. 7s. We have multiple 7s, so that's it. This now made this a 1, which doesn't bump anything else, but it might help us now look for other things. Let's see, a 2, we have multiple 2s, a 3, multiple 3s, 4s, there's a 4 here, in here, and then a 5 here and here. So, yep, nothing useful there. Let's just start down the rows and go on each row. I imagine there must be another anchor point of information. Anchor point, starting point, I guess is a better way of describing it. So we know there can't be a 1 here, but there can be 1 here and here, so that one's out. 2s, there can be a 2 here, there can be a 2 there, so that one's out. 3s, there can be a 3 here or there, so that's out. 4s, there's a 4 here and the 4 here, and then 5s, and then 5 here, and then 5 here, and then 6. 6 here, 6 there, 6 there. It's all over the place. And 7's all over the place. So no new bit of information from that. Not really surprising on that. How about a 1 here? Can't be a 1 here, but can be there or there, so that's no good. A 2 here, and a 2 here eliminates that. 3 here and 3 here eliminates that. 4 here, and a 4 here, and a 4 there. Nope. 5s here, 5s there. Nope. I'm saying no to a lot of things right now. That's all I can do is I'm just deductive reasoning, eliminating all the possibilities until the truth prevails. 7, moving on. We need a 3 on this one, which is multiple places where it could be 3. We need a 4 on this one, and there may only be 1 4. Actually, yes. And that makes that a 7, and that makes that a 3. And then that bumps that, and then bumps that again. And see that you need a 5, and there's only 1 place for a 5. And then we need a 1, and there's only 1 place for a 1. And then we need a 2, and I've done it. Finally gotten a firm handle on this. So this 5 and this 1 both are invalid, making this 2, making this 6. Bumps that and that. The 7 here has to be valid because there's a 6 and 1 here. That helps. That bumps that, and that. And then the 1 gets bumped again. And so, by doing this process of bumping things, we're putting the things in the right place before we even have to lock them down or confirm that that is actually true, what we're guessing, because the guess may be good enough. In ironies of all ironies, the game is constantly testing itself to see if you put in the right answer. So all you have to do is randomly guess the right answer. You don't have to follow computer logic or any logic at all. You can just guess and hope you're lucky. Of course, that would probably take you a lot of times if you were just randomly guessing. The 6 makes this 3. Let's see, we need a 4, and we need a 5, and we need a 7. Can't be a 7 here, so this has to be 7. And then that kind of means this has to be 5, and this has to be 4. Good. So bump that. And since we only have 2 and most of these things have 3 or more options, we don't really even need to look at this row right now. I think there's an easier way. This 5 here, for instance, makes that a 4, and bump that. Then the 3 gets bumped here, and the 3 gets bumped here. The 5 gets bumped here. 5 gets bumped here. And so we have a 6, and a 7, and this can't be 7, so it has to be 6, so this has to be 7. Nice. And I'm losing my order in which I should search, though, because I've changed so much. I'm now suffering from a plethora of opportunities and different things to look at. So I guess that best thing to do is just do the full columns here. Just starting over here on the left. We need 1 1. We have multiple possible ones, so that won't work. We need a 2, so that could be that or that. That won't work. 3. We have a 3 here. Then I guess that locks that down, and then that, I guess that makes that 5. And I guess that makes that 6. And let's see, maybe that will start bumping some other things into place. Maybe. Nope. So let's continue down this column. 4 is needed here and there. That won't work yet. 5. We need a 5 here, which you can't be a 5 there, so that actually means this has to be a 5. And since this can't be a 1 and this is the only one remaining, that has to be a 1. Right. And let's see, did we get to a 6? Be a 6 here, but there can't be a 6 here. I've messed up. What did I do wrong? Either this is wrong or this is wrong. Here, I could change this to a 6, but then this has to be a 3. And so, well, several times now on these bonus things, we've just plowed ahead with this and continued. So I'm just gonna move to the next column and try. Let's see, 3 could be here or here. Can't answer that one yet. 4 could be here. Can't be here. So I think this is 4. Hopefully. 6 could be here. Or here, but not there. Alright, and then 7 could not be here or there, so this is probably 7. And then so 3 and 6, and hopefully that's right. I'd rather fix it later than actually have to just start over from scratch. I haven't, but maybe once hit reset on any of these puzzles, because I think even being 90% right and then going and double checking and is probably worth more efficient use of your time. So 2 can't be determined yet. 3, this can't be 3, but this could be 3. This can't be 3, this could be 3, and this could be 3, so we're not going to get anywhere with that one. 4 here, 4 here, and 5, there's not an option there. 5 could be here, or there, but we don't know. 6 is not an option here. Actually, I might have all the numbers needed to eliminate this, because I have 4, 5, and 6 already. So if I had 2 or 3, I could tell the difference there, but I can't. So 6, I think, is what we're looking at. There can't be 6 here, and so either this has to be 6 because this can't be 6. Alright, moving on to the next column. We need 1, which can be here, can't be here, and can be here, so we still don't know. 2, it's already done. 3, we have a 3 here, can't be a 3 here, can be a 3 here, can be a 3 here, that's no help. 4, 5, let's see, 5 here, or 5 here, and this, let's see, actually this 3, this 4, and this 6 tells me that this is 5, which bumps that and bumps that, and then that can't be right, and that can't be right. So this 1 and this 5 tells me this is 3, and then this 3, this 5, this 6 tells me this is 7, which bumps that, which I knew that wasn't a 7 anyways. And so we're looking for a 6 now, which I guess that has to be a 6, and then 1. Moving on, we're looking for a 1. There can't be a 1 here, there can't be a 1 here, there can't be a 1 there, there can't be a 1 there, so that has to be 1. And then 2, there's a 2 that can't be that, and then there might be a 2 here, and I guess that's what that is. And then 3, let's see, we can have a 3 here, I suppose, and then 4, which this can't be 4, so either this is wrong or this is wrong. But that's what we need. So what does this want it to be? This wants it to be 5, which, okay, let's say this is 5. Then the next thing I need is a 4 in this column. So I don't know. Am I just wasting my time trying any of this? This and this. So this column here, for instance, is 1, 2, 3, and we've got this 6 and this 6 here. Let's continue trying to find this. Let's see. If I made this 7, then that changes this to a 2, which probably doesn't help much. If I made this a 2, then it changes this, which doesn't really help much. If I make this a 5, it changes that. Maybe we could do this 5, but then that also changes something else. Look, let's say that this one's right and that this one's wrong. We need a 4 here. Maybe this is wrong here. Maybe this is the 4. Well, if this is the 4, then I need a 2. Oh man. Let's just undo all of that and try again. Let's see. We need a 2 here. And see, I have 7 and 6 are already eliminated. So this is either 2 or 4. We need 2 and 5 are eliminated. So this is 7, which already tells me this is wrong. So what if we change this to 6? There we go. And we need a 2, which, let's see, 6 and 7 already eliminated. This is 7 and 1, which tells me this is 2. So this has to be 4. And this, is this all good? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I got it here. I'm really trying to recover from a huge mess. So 7 is no good. 2 might be it. 3 can't be it. But 5 might be it. So it's either 5 or 7. Well, no, it's 5 or 2. Let's look here. We need a 1 on this row. That tells me this. No, we've already got a 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This locks in again. These 7s here don't. So can I switch this one to something else? If I change this to 6 and then change this to 7, and then I just have to change this to like 1. I don't know. This is a mess. Let's try this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is exactly what I figured we'd eventually get down to. 2 is just an entire mess, and if I can't do this on screen, I'm gonna just do it off screen, because frankly there's just so much off here. This isn't a little mistake. This is a full time to reset the whole thing and start over style mistake. So it's not 4, it's not 5, it's not 6, it's not 7. Well, then it makes that have to be 2. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And by the way, that also undoes that there. So let's look at this row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And why should I believe these particularly? Let's see, we need a 1, which has to be this. And then we need a 3, which has to be this. And then we need 7. And see, at this point I need a hint button in the game. I really need a hint button to just say, no, this is what you're doing wrong. And see, if that's a 1, then that changes this and this. And See, this has to be a 1. So this has to be a 5. Unless every other bit of information is wrong. Because this 3, 4, 7, it's surrounded by 3, 4, 7. Which then tells me this can't be 5. And can I save this? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And this would be 1. So let's assume everything on the right is correct. Let's see. We need a 3 there. And we need a 4. So something's wrong. One of these has to be a 4. And let's say that we change this to a, like, it's such a mess. It's such a mess. Let's see, we need a 2. And so that has to be 2. And then we need a 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's see. 1, 2, or 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 2 and 7, these two seem interchangeable. 1, 2. So I might actually be on the right track here. 1, 2, 3, or 3. I guess this has to be 3. And then 4 there. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This needs a 1 somewhere. And it doesn't need the 7. That's a mistake. And then it needs a 4. So 1 and 4. Change this. This needs a 1. And then 2, 3, 4. And then 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's lock that down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's lock that down. And now we just have these rows to figure out. Which I know there's something wrong here, because this can't be 5. But this could be something else. If I change it, I may have to change something else to balance it. So what if I change it to 6 and this to a 5? Well, that still keeps this one locked down. And then this has to change to a 2. And then this has to change to something else. Which it can't be a 5. Seems like I'm slowly making different solutions for different things. If I move this 5 here to a 1, that doesn't change anything. If I change this to a something else, oh man, seriously, game, seriously. Let's say this is 2, then this would have to be 7, and then this would have to be 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 would make this 6. Is this puzzle not solvable? Is that it? There's something wrong. There's something wrong. And see, I can't like zigzag my way through this because it can't be 1. And so it's got to be 5. And so if I change this to say 6, then these line up. If I change it to 7, then this doesn't line up, which, okay, let's say we did that. And then let's say we changed something else here. This row tells me this is 7. This column tells me that this is 2. This column tells me that this should be 7. And this column here tells me that this should be 5. And I think, sadly, that's, except for this row, everything else adds up. And we've seen that in several places here. This puzzle seems to be specifically designed to work in 99% of the places to make a generalization if you have the wrong information. And that's painful. This is the pain I was talking about. Just a complete struggle to try and figure out where we made the mistake. And frankly, we may very well just have to start over because everything else lines up. And yet this doesn't. And so I don't know if I can play with this off screen or what, or if I'm just gonna have to eventually give up and begin from the beginning, because it's all here. Every single row is okay. It works. It works in the places that it works, except for this row. And that means I'm gonna have to do something probably like this. Wait a minute. And this. If I do 4 here and 5 here, there and there, and now this can be 5 and this could be 4 if that was an opportunity, but it isn't. So let's say we make this 4 and then we make this 6, and let's say we change this, and so this needs to now be 6, which says we change this, so we need to change that to 7, and then we can change this to 3, or not 3 but 5, but or 6 perhaps. Let's see, this can't be 7 actually, this would have to be 3. And then that just starts to toggle things, and so this 3 now makes these 2 things decide to change. Or maybe I should have made this 7 and then changed this to change this 1. And it doesn't work. It just doesn't work. Maybe I can get rid of everything in the middle and try again with just fresh information. But you know what? I'm gonna have to do it off screen. We've gone long enough. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. I'll come back to this screen, hopefully with just one move to solve it. As if you want to friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.